Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 20th of August. Starting off with the S&P, which has given us a bull trap in the sense that we've had an end-of-day close back below the old July resistance, 64.27, and there's a risk of at least a test of the floor of that channel there from April, 63.80. Below that, obviously, the August support zone, 62.12. But at the moment, not really expecting worse than 60-12, and obviously, if we manage to clear recent resistance, record high 64.80, we have the promise of up to 6,700 by the end of next month. The governing factor at the moment probably the bearish divergence, a higher highs for August and much lower outside trace. So that is has started kicking in to bring the price down. Moving along to the Nasdaq, and here one can guess that the market will not have broken the resistance line at one from back in April. That's heading for 2,400, and we've also had a fall here, with the bearish divergence also kicking in. 50-day line and the floor of the channel at around 22,800. That's what we're looking for over coming days, especially while we remain below the 24,000 level. Onto the stocks, and surprisingly lackluster, I would say. I suppose that does reflect the down day that the markets we're looking at had. An interesting situation at Bolt Projects, where you can see that a lot of selling up to the $14 zone, 13, 12 to $14 zone intraday. So that does actually give the impression of the market wanting to go back down again. But at least while we're above the 200-day moving average, just around the $5.97 mark, still relying or hoping on a move up to the top of that rising May trend channel as high as $19 by the end of next month. Moving on to Contineum, and here we've got a situation where there's been a rising trend channel base. Top of the channel there at the moment seen as being around $11, which we're looking for by the end of this month, while we remain above the 200-day moving average at $8.33. We also had gap through the 50-day line and through resistance, which was held, and also an extended rising trend line in the RSI window, which looks quite encouraging as well. Next on the list is Gaxos, and here I suppose it is a rising trend channel base, just about. We are above the 50-day line there, around the 200-day line, rather, around $1.53, and above that, looking for the top of the range, and also the top of that channel there towards $3 by the end of next month. New name for us is coming up next, and it is JX. Here you can see rising trend channel base as well. It's breaking through a recent neckline resistance around the $1 area, and above that, looking for the top of that rising trend channel base from July as high as $1.95, looking for that by the end of next month. So high expectations there, with an uptrend line in the RSI window backing those expectations. The next on the list is PSQ, and here you can see that we've got this broadening triangle base. The outlook here is that we'll hopefully head towards the top of that and the 200-day moving average, around $2.75. We had a gap close by signal, and above the top of that gap there, $1.94, looking for up to $2.70 or 80 by the end of next month. The situation at the following stock is quite intriguing. We're a real messenger group. Here we've got the shares pushing through recent resistance, just nudging that 200-day line. Top of the channel here up to $8, and we're looking for that, especially while we're above recent broken resistance. The spike day there at $1.70, at rather $3.88. So above $3.88, looking at $6 there on Real Messenger. Upland is next, and here the situation is that we're having a second go at breaking, well, actually arguably a third go since May, breaking through the top of the range there around $3.15, and we're looking for that while we're above the Monday resistance zone around $2.40. A good setup is in the mix currently at the next stock, which is VisionWave. Here you can see that the shares have met the floor of that rising trend channel, which has been in place since the end of last month. The level there around the $7.40 level, and above that, looking for up to $16 by the end of next month. So high hopes indeed. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $8 as that's recent neckline resistance. Another situation of note at the moment is X4, and here rising trend channel base. We've got a little consolidation above the 50-day line after the gap higher that we have, bear trap gap reversal. Ideally, we stay on the right side of recent support around $2.40, and above that, looking at the top of the channel there, as high as $5.80 by the end of next month. If you're cautious, of course, you break on end of day close through $3.40, which was recent resistance. RSI rebound well above neutral 50, so that is positive in terms of potential momentum. On to the last stock, and it's Wellgistics. Here you can see a broadening triangle base potentially, and also we've got a situation where we've got lower lows for August, but higher RSI trade, so this bullish divergence that will hopefully kick in now to get the shares back above the rising 50-day line at around the 98 cents level, and above that looking for up to $2 by the end of next month. So interesting setup there, and hoping really that the RSI kicks in to deliver a turnaround. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.